Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm doing makeup on the gorgeous Sophie Cachia, and I'm just using some rose water spray by Mario Bedescu to hydrate her skin. And then I'm just going to take some Frank Body Cherry Lip Tint and just work that onto the lips to make sure they're nicely hydrated for makeup. To prep Sophie's eyes, I'm just going to take the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte and a Concealer Buffer by Zoeva. I'm just going to work on that base ready for eyeshadow. Now, although Soph does have tattooed brows, I'm just adding a little bit more Dipbrow by Anastasia Beverly Hills, just because she is going to have quite big lashes and a really smoky eye. So just to kind of balance everything, I add a little bit more product in this area. Today I'm taking the Beige Opalescent palette by Beige Cosmetics, and I'm just going to basically create a really nice warm smoky eye for Sophie. I feel like it really brings out her eyes. So just mixing that really nice warm ready tone, I'm taking it through the socket line of Soph's eye. That's just really going to help create some nice definition, look really nice and bronzy, and yeah, we're just going to build up that pigment. So keep going back and forth and layering up the product as much as possible. Now I've just picked up my Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills and a pencil shader brush by Zoeva, and I'm just working on a dark brown on the outer corners of Sophie's eyes. I just feel like it's going to bring a lot more darkness, a lot more definition, and we're just going to get that really nice soft smoky effect. Now I've picked up a flat shader brush and a sparkly gold, and I'm going to place that all over the lid so you get that really nice shine when Sophie does look down. So I've just smudged a little liner into the lash line, and now I'm sticking on some super fluffy lashes. Actually, these are Super Glam lashes by Modelrock, which will be in the description box below. And I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara to bind Sophie's natural lashes and the fake lashes together. Now it's time to get into skin. I wanted to make sure I chose a primer that was really nice and hydrating for Sophie's skin because she did have a spray tan, and especially because the foundation I chose was quite matte, I wanted to just keep her skin really nice and hydrated. So I'm working it on with my hands all around Soph's face, just making sure it's applied really evenly and there's enough product to keep it hydrated. Okay, so many of you have asked me about the Vanish foundation by Hourglass. It's definitely a full coverage. I think it dries a little bit more matte. I did find once it was applied all over, it was slightly a bit yellow for me, so I popped a bit of the Stila All Day in Tan over the top just to give it a bit more warmth, but we definitely got a nice full coverage out of the product. And now I'm going in with the Shape Tape Tarte Concealer in the shade Light Medium, and I'm just concealing that under eye, making it really nice and bright, adding a little bit more coverage to Soph's skin as well, and I'm just applying that with a concealer brush by Zoeva. So I just blended off that concealer with a clean beauty blender, and now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Banana Translucent Powder, and I'm adding that underneath Sophie's eyes just to add that little bit more coverage and a little bit more of a blurring kind of look to the under eye to keep it really nice and smooth, especially in photos. For bronzer today, I'm going to take the Hoola bronzer by Benefit and a big fluffy brush by Zoeva, and we're just going to sweep that all around the outer parts of Sophie's face just to really bronze it and give it some definition as well. So now I'm just going to take a small fluffy brush and sweep off that excess powder that was left on Sophie's face, and we're going to get into bronzing up her cheeks. Now to contour the cheekbones, I'm taking an angled brush by MAC and applying the Hoola bronzer just underneath the cheekbone. As you can see, it's kind of just shading underneath, giving a little bit more of definition. It's just going to come out really nicely in photos. Contouring is my favorite thing to do when doing anyone's makeup, so I'm just making sure the cheeks are really nice and defined and there's enough product to stand out in photos. Now on a smaller defined brush, I'm taking a little bit of that bronzer and taking it down the sides of the nose. This also helps with definition in photos as well. I'm finally testing out the Hoola Toasted, which is slightly more warmer bronzer, and I'm taking that on a pencil brush and blending it underneath Soph's eyes. Then I'm taking a brown pencil liner and I'm just running that underneath just to give that really nice smoky effect. I'm also layering that product with a little bit of black eyeshadow as well. Just adding a little bit of mascara to define the bottom lashes, and it's time for blush. So taking a cheek brush by Zoeva, I'm just going to apply Peaches by MAC. I'm sweeping it back into the contour, so I'm making it really nice and blended and soft on Soph's cheeks, but obviously enough to stand out in photo. Now it's time for my favorite part of any glam, highlighting. I'm taking the Huda Beauty 3D Sands highlighting palette, and I'm sweeping that with a fan brush just on the tops of Soph's cheekbones, the top of her lip, just down the bridge of the nose as well, and on top of her eyeshadow, just to kind of give it an all-round glow. So I've popped down a more brown lip liner because I feel like it really suits Soph, and then I'm going in with Donatella by Pat McGrath, which is a slightly more mauvey nude, and I just love the two combination. Like, I think it's so nice, and it looks really nice and defined on the lip with a darker lip liner as well. So I'm just going back over with the lip liner, which I'll pop in the description box below. just evening out those lips and making sure everything is nicely blended before applying a little bit of gloss. So I have locked it in with the Lock-It Spray by Kat Von D to make sure we have used enough setting spray to last all night, and that is the final look. Well, that's all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this bronzy, smoky tutorial on the gorgeous Sophie Cachia. I will see you in my next video next week.